keep your name like a secret in my chest, a fragile echo I never confess. Your jacket's still hanging behind my door, like you might come back like before. I smile in public, I'm doing fine, but at night your ghost crosses every line. I trace your shadow on empty sheets, loving you quietly incomplete. You said forever like it was light, but left me alone in the dark that night. I'm still loving you in silence, still bleeding without the sound. Every word I never sent you is a tear falling down. You moved on like I was nothing, like I was easy to erase. But I'm still loving you in silence, in this broken, lonely place. Your laughter lives in my favorite song. Now every note feels something's wrong. I scroll through memories we made, trying to understand what changed. I replay fights I should have won, and kisses fading one by one. If love's a crime, I plead insane, 'cause missing you still feels the same. You said my heart was safe with you, but you dropped it like it was never true. I'm still loving you in silence, still bleeding without the sound. Every word I never sent you is a tear falling down. You moved on like I was nothing, like I was easy to erase. But I'm still loving you in silence, in this broken, lonely place. Maybe one day I'll forget your eyes, stop looking for you in strangers' eyes. But tonight I let the pain stay. It's the only proof you meant something anyway. I'm still loving you in silence, with a heart that doesn't heal. I pretend that I'm okay now, but this hurt is real. If you ever miss me softly, know I loved you all the way. I'm still loving you in silence, even if you never stay. No calls, no fights, no chance to try, just me and love that didn't survive. You hugged me like it was nothing, like this wasn't the end of us. You said take care so softly, like love hadn't just given up. I waited till the door was closed, till your footsteps were out of sight. That's when my knees gave up on me, that's when I cried all night. I didn't beg, I didn't scream, I just broke where you couldn't see. I cried alone after you left, when no one could hear my name. I held my heart in shaking hands, trying to survive the pain. You walked away so steady, like you were finally free. I cried alone after you left, 'cause the love. 'Cause loving you was killing me. 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 ' leaves fall, they're the only truth I have. I cried alone after you left, but I'm still standing here. I'm learning how to breathe again without you near. You didn't break me forever, just deeper than I knew. I cried alone after you left, but I survived loving you. Some love leaves scars you can't explain. You packed your dreams and left me here. That loving me was your biggest fear. You said you needed something more, but never said what I was for. I stood there watching you decide between your freedom and my side. You didn't hesitate or cry, you just said I can't, and said goodbye. You called it growth, you called it fate, I called it choosing to walk away. You chose a life without me, like I was easy to lose, like love was something temporary you could pick and choose. I would have stayed through the chaos, through the worst of your truth, but you chose a life without me, and now I have to too. I blame myself for wanting more, for needing you, for keeping score. You said I asked for too much time, but love shouldn't feel like a crime. I watched you bloom in someone else's sky while I was learning how not to cry. You took the parts of me I gave and left me here learning how to stay. You ran toward what felt new, I stayed with what felt true. You chose a life without me, like I was easy to lose, like love was something temporary you could pick and choose. I would have stayed through the chaos, through the worst of your truth, but you chose a life without me, and now I have to too. Maybe you'll miss me in quiet ways, on nights when nothing feels the same. Maybe you'll hear my voice somewhere and wonder if I still care, but I can't live in maybes now. I have to let this hurt burn out. You chose a life without me, so I'm choosing myself tonight. I won't beg to be someone you couldn't fight for in your life. If you ever look back at us, know I loved you honest and true. You chose a life without me, and now I finally choose me too. Some endings teach you how to live. I held on longer than I should, like love alone could make it good. I kept believing you'd return, while I was the only one who burned. I You just slowly slipped away. I let you go, even though I still love you, even though my heart still calls your name. I chose my peace over missing you, over begging you to stay. This goodbye is breaking me slowly, but it's the bravest thing I'll do. I let you go, even though I still love you. I stopped asking what went wrong, stopped blaming myself for too long. Some loves don't end with closure, they end with quiet exposure. I gave you all I had inside, you gave me reasons why you lied. But loving you shouldn't feel like war, or leaving myself on the floor. I finally see what love should be, and this wasn't it for me. I let you go, even though I still love you, even though it hurts to breathe. I chose myself when you couldn't choose us. Honestly, I'll miss the way you held me, the way you felt like truth. But I let you go, even though I still love you. Maybe in another lifetime we would have done this right. But love shouldn't need perfect timing, just two hearts willing to fight. I forgive you, I forgive me. That's how I survive. I let you go, even though I still love you, and that will always be true. But love doesn't mean losing yourself, trying to hold on to someone who won't choose you. If you ever think of me, know I loved you honestly too. I let you go, even though I still love you. Some goodbyes are excellent. I learned your heartbeat like a song, felt safe there all alone. Your arms were where I hid from everything I couldn't fix. I built my world around your voice, thought loving you was my choice. Didn't know homes could disappear or leave you standing in fear. You said I'd always belong, but belonging didn't last. You were my home, now you're gone, and I don't know where to run. Every place feels temporary since you've been done. You were my home, my safe place, my quiet after storms. Now I'm homeless in my heart since you're gone. I sleep on half a bed at night, still reaching out sometimes. I talk to walls, I talk to air, like maybe you're still there. I pass the streets we used to know, every corner hurts me slow. You took the future I believed and left me here learning to breathe. You moved on like it was easy, I stayed with love collapsed. You were my home, now you're I keep your name like a secret in my chest, a fragile echo I never confess. Your jacket's still hanging behind my door, like you might come back like before. I smile in public, I'm doing fine, but at night your ghost crosses every line. I trace your shadow on empty sheets, loving you quietly, incomplete. You said forever like it was light, but left me alone in the dark that night. I'm still loving you in silence, still bleeding without the sound. Every word I never sent you is a tear falling down. You moved on like I was nothing, like I was easy to erase. But I'm still loving you in silence, in this broken, lonely place. Your laughter lives in my favorite song. Now every note feels something's wrong. I scroll through memories we made, trying to understand what changed. I replay fights I should have won, and kisses fading one by one. If love's a crime, I plead insane, 'cause missing you still feels the same. You said my heart was safe with you, but you dropped it like it was never true. I'm still loving you in silence, still bleeding without the sound. Every word I never sent you is a tear falling down. You moved on like I was nothing, like I was easy to erase. But I'm still loving you in silence, in this broken, lonely place. Maybe one day I'll forget your eyes, stop looking for you in strangers' lives. But tonight I let the pain stay. It's the only proof you meant something anyway. I'm still loving you in silence, with a heart that doesn't heal. I pretend that I'm okay now, but this hurt is real. If you ever miss me softly, and know I loved you all the way, I'm still loving you in silence, even if you never stay. No calls, no fights, no chance to try. Just me and love that didn't survive. You held my hand when the sun was high, When love felt light, when we didn't try. You knew my smile, you knew my laugh, but not the parts that couldn't have. You loved the girl who never cried, who kept it cute, who stayed polite. But when my cracks began to show, you slowly learned how to let go. You said I'd change, I felt ashamed, but pain will always change a heart. You loved me when it was easy, when I didn't need too much. But when I needed you the most, you forgot how to touch. You ran when love got heavy, left me holding all the truth. Yeah, you loved me when it was easy, but not when it was real with you. I softened every edge I had, so you wouldn't feel so bad. I swallow words I needed said, just to keep you in my bed. You called me strong, I played the role, even when I was losing control. I carried us on broken knees while you just watched me bleed. I begged for effort, begged for time. You called it pressure, I called it love. You loved me when it was easy, when I didn't need too much. But when I needed you the most, you forgot how to touch. You ran when love got heavy, left me holding all the truth. Yeah, you loved me when it was easy, but not when it was real with you. If love is only good days, then it's not love at all. You don't leave when someone's drowning, you don't watch them fall. Maybe one day you'll understand what you walked away from. You loved me when it was easy, now I love myself instead. I won't apologize for needing, or for tears I never meant. If you ever miss the girl who gave you all her truth, remember you loved me when it was easy, but I loved you all the way through. I survived what you couldn't stay for. You don't look at me the same, your eyes don't soften when I speak. I stand right here, but somehow you're already out of reach. Used to listen to my fears like they matter, like they were real. Now every word I say feels like something you don't feel. I keep chasing yesterday while you're already gone. I miss who you used to be before love got miss who you used to be. We talk, but it's just noise. No truth left in our sound. Your silence says what you want, and it's screaming loud. I ask if you're still in this. You say yeah, but don't look up. Love shouldn't feel like begging just to feel enough. You're standing next to me, but I've never felt more alone. I miss who you used to be before love got tired of me, before your touch felt cold, before you let us slowly bleed. I miss the way you cared, like I was something you keep. I'm not missing you tonight. I miss who you used to be. If I'm honest, I still love you, but I don't recognize your heart. You didn't break me all at once. You broke me part by part. I'd rather lose you honestly than stay where love feels weak. I miss who you used to be, but I'm learning how to leave. I deserve a love that stays, not one that slowly leaves. If you ever find yourself wondering what we used to see, remember I didn't lose you, I lost who you used to be. Some goodbyes happen quietly while you're still saying stay. You said my name like it was home, like you never feel alone. But homes don't leave without a sound. They don't burn and break you down. I learned your mood, your quiet signs, how you drift when you change your mind. I felt you leaving way before you walked out that final door. I kept fixing what you broke while you were already letting go. I loved you more than you stayed, more than you tried. I fought for us every night while you said it's fine. You chose the easy escape, I chose the pain. I loved you more than you stayed, and that's what remains. And that's what remains. I blame myself for all your doubt, like loving you pushed you out. I made excuses for your lies, turn red flags into lullabies. You said I was too much to hold, but you were the one growing cold. I shrank my heart to fit your fears and lost myself for all those years. You called it space, I called it lost. Love shouldn't feel this hard to keep. I loved you more than you stayed, more than you tried. I fought for us every night while you said it's fine. You chose the easy escape, consoles the pain. I loved you more than you stayed, and that's what remains. Maybe loving you was never wrong. Maybe staying too long was. I confused loyalty with love and paid for it in blood. If I ever love again someday, I won't beg someone to stay. I loved you more than you stayed, and now I see love shouldn't cost your dignity or your peace. You walked away unafraid. I barely survived. I loved you more than you stayed, but now I choose my life. Ooh, ooh. I loved you deeply, honestly, but next time I'll choose me. We were almost something I could keep, almost promises we didn't mean. You held my hand like you were sure, then let it go like it was nothing more. I remember how you said my name, like I was the only one you'd claim. Now I'm just a memory you don't fight, a late night thought you silence out. You said love scared you, I said I'd wait. I didn't know waiting meant my heart would break. We almost meant forever, but almost hurts the most. I gave you all my tomorrows, you only stayed close. We almost had it figured, we almost stayed the same, but almost isn't enough when you're the one I still love. Your side of the bed is always cold. Funny how absence feels so bold. I talk to you in my head sometimes, like you're still mine. I see you smiling on familiar faces, hear your voice in the wrong places. If loving you was a mistake, then why does it still feel right to wait? You didn't leave with anger or fire, you left with silence, and that's worse. We almost meant forever, but almost hurts the most. I gave you all my tomorrows, you only stayed close. We almost had it figured, we almost stayed the same, Just two hearts that never recover. I heard your voice in a crowded room, even though I know you weren't there. Funny how my heart still reacts like it never learned to be scared. I packed your things, I cleaned the mess, try to look strong, try my best, but strength feels fake when I'm alone, and every silence feels like home. You walked away like love was light, but it crushed me slowly every night. Your goodbye still hurts, like it just happened yesterday. I'm healing but it's backwards, every step just pulls me away. You said time would save me, but time just knows your name. Yeah, your goodbye still hurts, and I'm the one left with the pain. I stopped checking my phone and I stopped hoping you miss me too. But every song, every street still somehow leads back to you. I tell my friends I'm moving on, I say your chapter's dead and gone, but they don't hear my heart break when I say your name by mistake. You promised love wouldn't fade, but promises don't ease the pain. Your goodbye still hurts, like it just happened yesterday. I'm healing but it's backwards, every step just pulls me away. You said time would save me, but time just knows your name. Yeah, your goodbye still hurts, and I'm the one left with the pain. Missing you was a choice, I swear I choose to forget, but my heart doesn't listen, it remembers what we had instead. Maybe loving you was my fault, maybe I gave too much, that's all. But losing you feels worse than that. It feels like losing part of who I am. Your goodbye still hurts in ways I don't explain. I laugh a little louder now, just to cover up the pain. If you ever wonder why I couldn't stay okay, it's 'cause your goodbye still hurt in every single way. You let go first, I stayed too long. Now I'm learning how to be strong. You let go first, I stayed too. Now I'm learning how to be strong. The house is quiet like it learned our pain. Every wall still whispers your name. I trace the dust where our shadows stayed. Two hearts learning how to fade. You slept beside me, miles away, breathing dreams I couldn't save. held the truth behind my smile, pretending we were fine a while. We stopped asking how we feel, afraid of what would be too real. Love grew tired but wouldn't leave, so it stayed and learned to grieve. We died softly night by night, no sudden end, no final fight, just quiet tears we never cried, a love that slowly said goodbye. We died softly, you and me, in the space between what was and couldn't be, still breathing but inside we knew. We died softly, losing you. Your hand felt colder in my own, even when we weren't alone. I spoke in words that sounded kind, but hid the storm inside my mind. Photographs don't show the cracks, or how we never found our way back. We laughed like actors on a stage, reading lines from another age. I learned silence is a scream when love is not what it seems. We kept the peace, we kept the rule, while losing pieces of our soul. We died softly night by night, no sudden end, no final fight, just quiet tears we never cried, a love that slowly said goodbye. We died softly, you and me, in the space between what was and couldn't be, still breathing but inside we knew. We died softly, losing you. If love is mercy, we were kind, letting go without a crime. I still feel you in the dark, like fading music, like a spark. I don't hate you, I just ache for every promise we didn't break. They simply dissolved in time, like your heartbeat fading from mine. And we died softly, hand in hand, like footprints washing from the sand. No slam doors, no last goodbyes, just two brave hearts learning how to lie. We died softly, but I'll confess, I still miss what we almost were. I guess if love could haunt, it would be true. We died softly, me and you. Now I sing this slow and slow to the ghost of us I'll always know, in every note, in every truth. We died softly, but I loved you. I traced your name in the fog on my window pane, watched it fade like promises we couldn't save. Your coffee cup still waits where you left it last, like time forgot to move on from the past. I held my breath every time you walked away, afraid one step would be the one you'd stay. I loved you loud I bent myself into the shape you needed most. Ignored the cracks, ignored the ghosts. I told myself pain was proof of love, but I was wrong, I was not enough. I lost us trying to keep you near, drown my truth in all my fear. I fought so hard, I forgot who I was. I lost myself, I lost us. I held the line while you let go, carried the weight you'll never know. I didn't leave, I didn't lie, I lost us trying. I learned to smile through the silent nights, pretend we were fine when we were just polite. He said give it time, like time was kind, but time just watched us slowly die. I memorized the sound of your goodbye, even when you were still by my side. You were halfway gone before you left. I was already grieving what we had left. I kept believing love would change your mind if I stayed patient, stayed in line. But love shouldn't feel like a war or begging someone to want you more. I lost us trying to keep you near, drown my truth in all my fear. I fought so hard, I forgot who I was. I lost myself, I lost us. I held the line while you let go, carried the weight you'll never know. I didn't leave, I didn't lie, I lost us trying. If love is supposed to feel like home, why did I feel so alone? I would have given you my air, my light, but you never reached back for my hand that night. Maybe love means knowing when to fall and finally answering the silence call. I stayed too long, I stayed too quiet, calling it hope when it was denial. Lost us trying to make it work, turning my heart into the hurt. I chose we every time I cried, while you chose you and let us die. I see it now through broken trust. I didn't fail, I loved too much. I didn't quit, I didn't lie, I lost us trying. So here's goodbye to what we were, to all the love I couldn't save. I'll learn to breathe, I'll be okay, but I lost us trying. I lost us trying. I still hear your footsteps in the hall at night, like echoes of a life we almost got right. We were standing on a line too thin to see, half in love, half afraid of what could be. You said stay, but your eyes said run. We were chasing shadows, never facing the sun. Every promise felt too heavy to keep, so we learned how to smile and quietly weep. We never said goodbye the way we should. We just faded like unfinished sentences. I held my breath, hoping maybe you would turn around and choose the rest of us. We loved in the in-between, not the forever. almost less than true. Too close to stay, too scared to move. I'll always wonder what we might have been. We loved in the in-between. I packed up dreams I never got to use, left them folded with your favorite truths. Every maybe carved into my skin like proof of where we've been. I see you now in stranger smiles and broken songs and quiet miles. You taught me how to fall apart and call it love and call it art. If loving you is all I learned, then losing you is how I grow. But every bridge I've ever burned still lights the way back to your soul. We loved in the in-between, not the forever, not the free. Somewhere between your heart and mine, where time had failed and hope declined. We were more than almost less than true. Too close to stay, too scared to move. I'll always wonder what we might have been. We loved in the in-between. If I had known that night was our last dawn, I would have held you like the world was gone. No pride, no fear, no words held back, just truth lay bare in the cracks. But love's not lost, it's just unfinished, like a note that fades before it's written. We loved in the in-between, in the silence, in the seams, where hearts don't break, they slowly bend. Learning how to miss and almost end. If loving you is losing me, I still choose you endlessly. Some stories don't need a happy scene. We loved in the in-between. And if you ever feel that quiet ache, it's just my heart you couldn't take. Still loving you unseen, still living in the in-between. The room is quiet, but my heart is loud. Every thought of you is breaking through. Your shadow dances on the wall somehow, like I never learned how to leave the room. I trace your name on the window pane, fogged by words I never got to say. If love is light, then ours was flame, burning bright but fading anyway. I held your hand but not your love. We stood so close to different sides. I wanted more than we could be. You wanted time, it wanted me. Wrong time, real love, that's the truth that hurts the most. We were stars that couldn't line up, hearts too full but futures closed. I would choose you in another life, when the world is kinder, when it's enough. But here we are, learning how to let go. Wrong time, real love. Your voice still echoes in the street. Every life is something I can't keep. I see you everywhere I go, in empty seats and falling snow. They say that love will find a way, but sometimes love just finds a scar. We did our best, but still we paid for wanting more than where we are. I tried to stay, you tried to run, both afraid of what we become. come. I want it now, you need it someday. We lost ourselves along the way. Wrong time, real love, like a song without a key. Every note was honest, but it never set us free. I would choose you in another life when the pieces finally fit us up. But here we stand with breaking hearts. Wrong time. Real love. If I could fold the sky in two, rewrite the night we said goodbye, I'd meet you where your dreams came true and never watch us slowly die. But wishes fall like autumn leaves, beautiful then gone too soon. I loved you more than I believed, and less than what the moment needed. Wrong time, real love, still your name is in my veins. I'll carry you in quiet ways, through all my joy, through all my pain. Maybe love is not too old, but to feel that, let it go. So I'll bless you as I lose you now. Wrong time. Real love. So if you hear this in the dark and wonder if I'm thinking of us, I am at the wrong time with real love. Real love. The light still sits where you used to be, a shadow shaped like your memory. I learned the sound of empty rooms, they hum your name in quiet tunes. I folded love in careful ways, left it out for all your days. But you never took the key, you just passed right through me. I painted warmth on every wall, hoping you would feel it all. But love can't stay where it's ignored, even hearts get tired of war. This heart was in a home to you, no matter how I tried to prove that I would shelter every scar, meet you where your broken parts are. You slept inside my open arms, but never felt safe from your own dark. I gave you more than I was shown, still this heart wasn't a home. I spoke in whispers, not in blame, afraid my truth would make you change. I held my tears like fragile glass, so you could breathe, so you could last. Every promise sounded sweet, but none of them stayed with me. You loved the quiet, not the cost, and I paid for what you lost. I lit the fire, fed the flame, while you stood outside the rain. Some doors are closed without a sound, even when you're standing close. This heart wasn't a home to you, no matter how I tried to doors still whisper your last goodbye, a silent echo beneath an empty sky. The clock has stopped, its hands are rusted red. I trace the words you never said. This room is just a photograph of you in faded shades of blue. And I stayed where you left me, in the dust of your goodbye, where the shadows are the strongest and the dreams go to die. The world moves on beyond this door, but I can't find the floor. No, I stayed where you left me, and here I remain. Your coffee cup, a ghost upon the shelf, a monument I built myself. I wear your old jacket to feel the cold, a story that's too old to be told. The piano plays the melody we knew, but only I hear you. And I stayed where you left me, in the dust of your goodbye, where the shadows are the strongest and the dreams go to die. The world moves on beyond this door, but I can't find the floor. No, I stayed where you left me, and here I remain. The violin will rise and try to speak the words my broken voice can never reach. It soars for every promise we let fall, an aching, beautiful and lonely wall between the that we had and this cold now. I don't remember how to move from where you left me. So I'll stay where you left me. Let the dust of your goodbye be the air that I am breathing till there's no more I. The world is just a distant fading roar. I am the ghost you wore. Yes, I stay where you left me, and here I'll remain. Where you left, just a breath, a memory bereft. I stay. I stay. The piano keys are gathering dust, a silent testament to us. Our song, a melody half played in the shadows that the curtains made. I trace the chords we never learned, in the quiet where the memory burned. A photograph, a is still on the window ledge upon the sill. This is our love, unfinished, a symphony alone, diminished, a canvas left with just the brushstrokes of the sky. I breathe the echo of your name in every empty, aching frame. How beautiful, unforgettable. I wear the sweater that you left behind. It doesn't fit, but I don't mind. It smells of hope and borrowed time, and the love I thought would still be mine. I practice conversations in the air with a ghost who is no longer there. Each I love you I rehearsed, now just a solitary verse. And I can almost hear the music start, a phantom rhythm in my heart. But the record skips, the melody gives way to the silence of an ordinary day. This is our love, unfinished, a symphony alone, diminished, a canvas left with just the brushstrokes of the sky. I breathe the echo of your name in every empty, aching frame. How beautiful, unfinished love is. Was it the crescendo that we feared? The final note we never dared? We built a world of someday dreams on fragile, fading, whispered dreams. Now I sit here in the afterglow of a love I'll never get to know, a masterpiece of might have been, scattered in the could have seen. This is our love, unfinished, just a symphony alone, diminished, this empty canvas and this broken blue of sky. Breathe the echo, just the echo of your name, and every frame will stay the same. Our beautiful, our tragic, unfinished lullaby. The metronome has ceased to sway. The unfinished love is here to stay in the quiet of the minor key. You're a ghost that's haunting me. The room is breathing, but we are not. Shadows lean where our laughter once sat. keeps moving, but I'm holding on. We learn the language of almost and maybes, spoken silences slept side by side. I traced your name on the fogged up mirror, like love could live if I wrote it right. Every fight was a quiet prayer, every kiss a delayed goodbye. We were brave in the wrong directions, too afraid to ask why. We didn't crash, we didn't burn, no shattered glass, no bridges turned. We faded out between the words like candles trembling in the dark. No final scream, no last goodbye, just tired hearts that learned to lie. We didn't end, we didn't fight, we just died softly in the night. Your voice still lives in the hallway walls, a ghost of jokes I still pretend to hear. I wear your silence like a winter coat. It keeps me warm, but it's heavy here. We mastered the art of letting go slowly, piece by piece, without a sound. I watched your eyes stop looking for me, while mine were still spinning around. Love turned into something gentle and sad, like a song we forgot how to play. We stayed too long in the in-between, where hearts quietly decay. We didn't crash, we didn't burn, no shattered glass, no bridges turned. We faded out between the words like candles trembling in the dark. No final scream, no last goodbye, just tired hearts that learned to lie. We didn't end, we didn't fight, we just died softly in the night. If I close my eyes, I'm still beside you. Your breathing syncing up with mine. But memory is a cruel illusion. It stops the clocks, but not the time. Tell me, did you feel it too? That slow surrender, sweet and blue. Love didn't leave, it just grew quiet, and we let the quiet win. I stayed behind with what we knew. No ashes, no goodbye to see. Just love that laughed quietly. We didn't fall, we didn't fade. We just died softly in the night. The clock upon the mantelpiece only knew the art of seas. I reached for you, you reached for me, but through the glass we could not speak. The pages of our story turned before the opening words were learned. And every what if hangs so still, a promise that the stars could never will. I loved you in the wrong time, a perfect melody, a broken chime. We were a sunset, beautiful and brief, a silhouette of pure unending grief. I loved you with a heart so true, in a world that wasn't meant for you. Oh, I loved you in the wrong time. I traced the shadows on the wall where your future stood so proud and tall. I hear echo in the rain, a bittersweet and gentle pain. We built a home on shifting sand, with nothing left to claim or stand. And all the dreams we dared to name are just whispers swallowed by the rain. I loved you in the wrong time, a perfect melody, a broken chime. We were a sunset, beautiful and brief, a silhouette of pure unending grief. I loved you with a heart so true, in a world that wasn't meant for you. Oh, I loved you in the wrong time. Was it a curse or just a fragile grace to see my heaven in your face, to hold a season in my hand that turned to hourglass and just say we were a sunset, oh dream is gone, and I